Hello everyone, my name is Clantus and welcome to my YouTube channel where I do YouTube education. Well, today's video is a story time of which YouTuber that influenced me or inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. So on my community tab, I asked you to guess which YouTuber inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. Well, some of you went to town. You guessed all manner of people, but there were few of you who got it 100% correct. And by the picture of the thumbnail, indeed it is Owami Nechuazwaru. I hope I didn't butcher her name. So it is May of 2019 when I come to the office where I used to work, and boom, I see a brown envelope on my desk and I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? So I pick up the envelope, I open it, and I read the content of the letter inside, and it tells me that on the 30th of June will be my last day at work. Of course, my body goes cold, my brain stops working, I'm shocked. I'm like, what? Then immediately my brain started basically coming back to, and then I knew that at that point in time, first things first is to accept the content of the letter. Secondly, do not fall into any kind of sadness or depression because of the content of the letter. Number 3, go to your boss's office and find out what's up. Indeed, I do all of these 3 things. And then eventually I go to my boss's office, who had not arrived. As a matter of fact, he tried to run away from me that entire day. However, eventually he did come to the office when he thought I had left, when I was actually waiting for him. And that is when we had the conversation as to what was going on with the organization. And then I was told that the organization is strapped for cash, and then my department was the one that had to go because it had the most paid employees, and as a result of that, he is very sorry. But if anything came back to, definitely we would be one of the first people that were going to be called back. So I have a tendency of moving on immediately a chapter closes, I go and I open a new one. However, I was quite worried because in 2019, South Africa was struggling with job creation. And as a result, I knew that having lost this job, I am going to have a very hard time finding a new job. However, because, I'm a smart person, I made sure that I did save some money if anything had to happen, and that the money was going to keep me going for at least 3 to 5 years, including everything that I needed. So I was not worried on the financial side of things. So I happen to be a person that always knew about YouTube. Basically, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos from 2008. I think YouTube at that time was about 2 years old. So I already started consuming YouTube videos that were entertaining, but I usually used to watch a lot of aviation related videos because I am an hesitant av gig. I love everything that has something to do with planes. So the kind of content that I used to watch in 2008 all the way to 2019 were aviation related videos, like aviation itself, how to fly an airplane, how airplanes are fixed and all that sort of stuff. And I also used to watch a lot of like airline production reviews. I used to also watch travel vlogs. Wherever there was an airplane, trust me, I used to watch those type of videos because I was fascinated, and I still am fascinated by airplanes. So I also used to watch a lot of cooking channels because I love to cook, I love to experiment with food and things of that nature. So I remember sitting on my desk the following day after things started settling down in the dust. I could tell that it was beginning to settle down, and I was accepting the situation. Like I said, I always accept the situation immediately to prevent any sadness slipping into depression, and my brain will start working overtime about what's the next move, because I don't want to sit in one place for too long without being challenged with one thing or another. So I remember sitting on my desk the next day, and I just looked up and I breathed a sigh of like, universe, give me a sign what to do from this point. So now, if you don't know me, I'm a huge believer and practitioner of law of attraction, I do believe that whatever you put out is what you get in. That also includes your thoughts, your feelings, your expectations, and everything else. If you think that you are worthless things are going to happen to you. But if you think you are a powerful person, a blessed person, a person who lives in abundance, then that's exactly what is going to happen in your life. Basically, you're living in faith. So I remember just throwing my head up and say, universe, show me a sign where to from here. So once I'm done doing that, I tend to move on. So I don't dwell on whatever it is that I should be doing, I just wait for the sign to happen. So the third day after the letter, I come to the office. This is now the beginning of June. I sit down and I basically complete all the reports that I would have done in that month of May, June. I have done all the work that I needed to do in the month of June. So now I was coming to the office basically to twiddle my thumb and watch YouTube. Because the organization did have Wi-Fi, so I utilized the Wi-Fi with the company laptop that obviously was going to go away on the 30th of June. So I would consume more and more of the content that I love to watch, aviation related content, as well as cook channels and product review, like aviation product review channels, and I was enjoying that. So I think around the 5th or 6th day after the letter, now remember the YouTube recommendation system always recommends videos of a similar kind that you've been watching, basically your watch history. So if you've been watching gig related videos, they are not going to come and bring you a do-it-yourself video, because those are not the type of videos according to watch history that you enjoy. You enjoy anything that you enjoy when you come to YouTube. So now there was this thumbnail that stuck out like a sore thumb, and I was like, okay, what is this? Now, if you're a person who is a law of attraction practitioner, you are always looking out for littlest things, like little signs. If you see something that is out of the ordinary, that is the universe talking to you. When the universe speaks to you, the sign that it gives you never makes sense. It's like a blessing. A blessing does not come and say, hi, I'm a blessing. A blessing always comes in different forms. Sometimes it comes in a person knocking on your door and say, hi, I am hungry. Can you please make me some food? Or please, can you give me 10 rand? And then if you say no, that is when you're actually rejecting that blessing. So same goes with the universe. The universe will just send you like awkward and oddly things. Basically, it's communicating to you and saying, take a listen, take a look at this and build something out of it. So then there was this thumbnail on my timeline of the YouTube homepage that stuck out. The video was about why you should start a YouTube channel. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, no, sorry. Now, the title of the video was why you should start a YouTube channel and how much YouTube paid me. And I was like, wait a minute. Now, mind you, I've been watching YouTube videos since 2008. Never once did I investigate how the people that upload videos on YouTube get paid. If they ever get paid, do they do this for free? What is happening? And most of the videos that I've been watching, they are all professionally made. I'm talking the aviation videos. They were all professionally made by YouTubers who knew exactly what they were talking about when it came to airplanes, camera angles, video quality, you name it, was all on par. Never once did I think that anybody can start a YouTube channel talking about whatever they are passionate about or whatever information that they may have and they want to disseminate it through YouTube. And then I was like, okay, universe, you are sending me this video to watch. Let's see what it's about. So I click on the video and I begin to watch. And as I'm beginning to watch the video, I realized that number one, the YouTuber is South African. Number two, she was quite energetic and very enthusiastic about what she was saying on her video, which kind of caught my attention. I was like, okay, go ahead. And basically she was talking about how she started her YouTube channel from absolutely nothing. She showed the type of equipment that she was using. I think she started off with a BlackBerry, which had a very bad video quality. Then she upgraded to a Samsung phone, which she used to get it to about 20,000 subscribers. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm hearing things, but I don't know what they mean. And believe you me, I used to think that to subscribe to a YouTube channel, you would need to pay a monthly subscription of a certain amount. I didn't know it was for free because I did not subscribe to any of the channels that I was watching, the aviation channels that I was watching because I was afraid that I would have to pay a subscription fee. So when I heard from Owami Nichwazwaru that it is free to subscribe, you need to also ask your viewers to subscribe to your channel because it's for free, I was like, my interest at this point in time was piqued. It was picked so much so that it got to a point where she was revealing how much YouTube paid her. Her first YouTube check, 21,062 Rand. In my mind, I was like, are you telling me that if I post a video on YouTube, gets hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, I could earn this amount of money per month? I was like, I'm in. Because in my mind, I was thinking, okay, if I started a YouTube channel, I'm going to use it as a passive income or an extra income stream to add on to whatever I already have, considering the fact that now I don't have a job. So I was thinking, universe, you clever. I see what you are doing there. So I started consuming more and more and more of Owami's videos where she was talking about why you should start a YouTube channel. Basically, she was taking whoever was watching those videos, what are the benefits of starting a YouTube channel? And she was quite very frank and honest about, if you start a channel, that doesn't mean that you are going to be successful on the platform because of the type of content that you are going to be posting on your channel. So I just kept watching, binge watching all of her videos where she was talking about YouTube. And as I was watching her videos, there was this nagging voice in my head that you need to start a YouTube video, you need to start a YouTube channel. And I kept going, no, 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 no. So I kept being resistant towards that feeling and that voice that you need to start a YouTube channel. I was like, but why should I start a YouTube channel? If I do start a YouTube channel, what am I going to talk about? So I had this internal battle, but I knew that it was the universe that is telling me that you got something to add to the people if you started a YouTube channel. But I was just so afraid. I had all kinds of insecurities basically overwhelming me. I was like, people are going to reject me. People are going to mock me. People are not going to watch any of my videos. I was just afraid. Everything that came out of my mind and out of my mouth was just resistance, resistance, resistance. The more I resisted, the more the urge to start a YouTube channel kept mounting up on me. And the more I was watching Owami's videos, the more I was getting influenced and inspired to start my YouTube channel. In her videos, she does share about selling food on the side of the road and how she moved from that into having her own YouTube channel that basically started generating her the wealth that she is enjoying today. So again, I was learning a lot of things from Owami's channel that I did not know because I was quite ignorant about YouTube. All I was enjoying was clicking and watching videos, and I would watch a lot of videos on YouTube. So after that, Owami's channel or Owami's videos, they basically opened my eyes. So now let's move to July 14th, 2019. That is my birthday. So on my birthday, I'm sitting down and I'm thinking, okay, I think I know where to go, but I am not sure if I should take this direction. So I go back and I start watching Owami's videos one more time just to make sure that what I'm feeling, I should pursue it or not. Now, I remember on that 14th of July, that feeling was just like, hey, do it. And I was like, oh my goodness, what do I do? So I knew that I had a good cell phone, and then this cell phone was going to be able to create good quality videos once I start my YouTube channel. But now I was battling with what am I going to talk about on my videos. So once again, I went back and I started watching Owami's videos one more time just so I could get an idea on what my YouTube videos can be about. So I noticed that her channel was an entertainment channel. She was talking about celebrities and things like that. I was like, I like celebrities. I also like to know what celebrities are doing, their scandals and their lifestyle and all that stuff. But at the same time thinking, nah, that's not for me. And also my intuitions were saying, nah, that's not something that you should pursue. So then I watched more of her videos and I realized that sometimes she would do vlogs, sometimes she would just talk about general things on her videos. And then I was like, actually I am passionate about politics. I thought, okay, maybe I should start a YouTube channel where I become like an armchair YouTube political analyst because I'm quite good at that. And I thought, South Africans are not necessarily matured when it comes to politics, especially people that are going to be consuming YouTube videos. They will definitely not be interested in hearing my armchair political analysis on my YouTube videos. So I parked that aside. Then I was like, then what next? What should I do? I came up with all kinds of ideas in my head, and every time I thought of an idea, it would just fall, which would basically flop. So while I was busy coming up with ideas, I had also started the journey of learning YouTube as a whole. I wanted to know what exactly a YouTuber ought to do in order for them to start gaining subscribers and views and also becoming successful on the platform. Then I started watching YouTube videos about how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow your YouTube channel, how to gain views, how to gain subscribers, how to maintain your channel, talking stuff that talks about niches and things like that. This is mid-July 2019, and I'm going through the entire 2019 learning about YouTube itself. And every time I would learn something new, I would go back to Owami's videos as reference to check if I was on track with what I was doing. And then what she was saying on her videos is exactly what other YouTubers that do YouTube education were also saying. And I was like, okay, that means I'm on the right track. I remember by March 2021, I had written notes on 12 of these books, 12 of them. I had notes upon notes upon notes of my research because I wanted to master this thing called YouTube. I wanted to understand it, its ins and outs. I needed to understand what is the algorithm. I needed to understand everything that had to do with YouTube. So from June 2019 all the way to March 2020, I bothered myself in learning everything that needed to be learned about starting a YouTube channel, how to grow the YouTube channel, how to make that 21,062 Rand that Owami made. Of course, at that point in time, I was thinking this money must have gone up. Probably this girl, she earns 50,000 Rand or more, which I think that is the case. And I was getting more and more and more inspired the more I was learning about CPM, RPMs. I was learning more and more about subscribers and learning more and more about audience retention, click-through rates, and all that stuff that I teach now on this channel. I was like, okay, let's do this. So around December of 2019, I started sitting down and setting up my phone on a stack of books, trying to film my first YouTube video. Once again, I had no idea what to talk about, but on the other side, there was this virus that everybody was talking about that was coming from Wuhan. So I was learning as much as I could about this virus. I was watching all news channels around the world talking about this virus, how this virus may travel around the world and basically kill millions of people. I think you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, okay, maybe this is what I need to talk about, but not talking specifically about this corona, but how to protect yourself from getting infected from it. So I thought that was going to be my first YouTube videos where I was going to collect as much information as I could about how to prevent yourself from catching this corona. Now come January 2020, and the likelihood of the virus basically traveling even to South Africa was highly likely, and that is when I started uploading my first video where I was talking about the different kinds of medication you should take and prepare your immune system to protect itself or defend itself against this virus. And so that is what I did. I'm telling you those videos in as much as the information was good, but they were cringeworthy. Simply because I've never sat in front of a camera before, especially all by myself, speaking to a knob, the lens of my phone, and saying whatever it is that I was saying there. I was intimidated. I was shy. It was just horrible. Let me just put it that way. Information was good, but me as a person, cringeworthy. So anyways, I think I uploaded about 3 or 4 videos specifically speaking about how to protect yourself against corona. Then as I was doing those videos, I noticed, looking at my notes, these 12 books that I've written YouTube notes on, I was like, wait a minute. wait a minute. It was as if I got this aha moment, as Oprah would say, that said, why don't you use these notes and turn it into a niche where you teach people about YouTube? At the same time, I had another light bulb because I was quite interested. I think the previous month, I was reading about online business, online entrepreneurship, and how to make money online. Those sort of articles I was reading around December, January, because I was kind of like interested in those type of things, because remember, at this point in time, I'm unemployed. I'm trying to look for new avenues of making money. So I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I should teach that too. How to make money online, how to start an online career and make thousands of dollars. I do have those videos on this very channel. I started bothering myself to learn more about online marketing, especially affiliate marketing, which I fell in love with. And while I was thinking about that, YouTube just kept coming up over and over and over, that more and more people in the world are starting their own YouTube channels and they are making money. That is when I started investigating how much exactly do YouTubers make, and I was shocked to discover that YouTube has produced multi-millionaires. I remember reading about the youngest YouTube millionaire, who was a 9-year-old boy who did toys product reviews. This guy was like a 9-year-old and already he was making $9 million in 6 months. And I was like, is this even possible? That is when I started learning about YouTubers like Mr. Beast and PewDiePie and all these people making $57 million a month. In my mind, I was like, wait a minute. So there is money to be made from YouTube. That is when it hit me that when I said to the universe, show me a sign, and led me to Owami's channel, and I started watching that specific video, that started everything for me. Then after watching the videos that I had uploaded on that channel that I opened in December, I was not satisfied with the way I was presenting myself in front of the camera, because every time I watched, I would cringe. I didn't like the sound of my voice. I did not like the way I looked. I did not like how timid I looked. So then I thought, you know what, I'm abandoning this channel. And on the 3rd of April 2020, that is when I opened this very channel. And at this point in time, I knew exactly what I was going to talk about on this channel. And I was going to talk about entrepreneurship. I was going to talk about how to make money online. I was going to talk about why you should start a YouTube channel, and also educate people, and also educate whoever is watching my YouTube video about how to grow their channels and things of that nature, stuff that I'm currently doing. So as I was progressing with these niches on my channel, in mid-April, unfortunately, I caught Corona. And unfortunately, I could not upload videos for a very long time, for 4.5 months. I healed from Corona just towards the end of July of 2020. But my only problem was the lingering symptoms that would not go away. And they were affecting my voice, they were affecting my lungs as well as my voice box. As a result, I could not make any videos. However, around the 10th of September 2020, that is when I could speak, but not particularly well. That is when I set up and I continued filming YouTube videos about how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow a YouTube channel, how to get views, blah blah, and all that stuff. While I was also talking about entrepreneurship, I was talking about why you should start an online business and things of that nature. So around December 2020, that is when I started seeing my YouTube channel basically starting to grow from 10 subscribers to 100 subscribers. At the 25th of December, which is Christmas Day of 2020, I was ecstatic. I was like, what is it that I was fearing? And I was getting more and more confidence with my YouTube channel. So into 2021, I continued being consistent and frequent in uploading my videos, and I continued to grow. And once again, I went and I sought the assistance of Owami. I was like, girl, listen, you inspired me. It's your fault. Now what do I do? Owami is such an incredible human being. She was like, okay, now this is what you do, and this is what you do. This is going to lead you to your first 1,000 subscribers. And guess what? By July of 2020, I hit my first 1,000 subscribers. I went back to Owami. I'm like, listen, I got my first 1,000 subscribers. And she said, now start working towards monetization and start making money from your YouTube channel. Now, I was not necessarily into the whole monetization thing at that point in time. All I was excited about was that I am able to drop YouTube videos educating South Africans and anybody else from anywhere around the world that was interested in starting their own YouTube channels and growing their YouTube channels and making money out of their YouTube channels. Because at this point in time, Kororo had claimed a lot of jobs. And of course, like I said earlier on in this video, that South Africa was already struggling with job creation. So I thought, let me use my YouTube channel in spreading the word that you can start a YouTube channel, grow the channel until it's monetized, and then start making money out of it. That way you can alleviate the unemployment consequences. So every step of the way, the person that inspired me to start my own YouTube channel continued to have my back. I will go to her and I will say, please shout my channel out. Owami will shout out my channel on her channel. And every time she did, my subscribers did grow. So I feel like she is like a YouTube parent to me, because I still look up to Owami in everything that she does. I mean, her success is incredible. Of course, I have since gotten a new job. So I am very, very grateful to Owami Netshwazwaru for influencing me and inspiring me to become a YouTuber, because I am using this platform to help as many YouTubers who want to take their YouTube journeys quite serious and basically turn it into an income stream full time. So that is why I'm very passionate about YouTube. I'm passionate about you who is watching my YouTube videos, and I am eternally grateful for you for always choosing to watch my videos. I know the type of niche that I'm doing, I mean, it's a warning that you get anyways, that education channel do not necessarily grow fast. With this niche, you have to be extremely patient, because usually it will start growing around the second or third year mark. As long as you have as much content as possible, when the channel start breaking through, it really breaks through to hundreds of thousands of subscribers. That is why I also want to make this call that, hey, it's a little bit lonely in this niche that I'm doing here in Africa. I'm not sure if there are other YouTubers who do the same niche as I do, YouTube education. If you are out there, please let me know, because I'm feeling like I'm the only one that's doing this. Probably I'm not, but I would like to know that a lot of us are doing this. And I would like to encourage anybody that might think can do this type of niche, please start a niche like this one and let's expand and be more of us. Because this type of niche does pay pretty well, and actually education niches on YouTube are paying quite well. So I would like to have a lot of us doing this type of niche so that you can make some money. So there were some people who were like mocking me about why your YouTube channel is not monetized. My YouTube channel has been eligible for monetization for months now. It's just me who's not applying for monetization, because I am interested in you. I'm interested in seeing you grow on this platform without me receiving any revenue. Yes, at some point I may monetize this channel, but at this point in time, I'm just enjoying what I do. So yeah guys, Owami Netshwazwaru made me do this. So I'm very grateful that I landed on that video of hers. I still believe it's the universe that led me to that video, because of the contribution that I'm currently making on this platform, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Owami, please continue doing what you do. You are influencing and inspiring a lot of people, both boys and girls, and I'm sure there are a lot of YouTubers who started their YouTube channels simply because they were inspired by you. So continue doing the great job that you do. We support you, we love you, and definitely we want to see you win. Forget about all the other stuff that is happening on the side and focusing on building you and building your wealth and building a legacy on this platform. And just continue doing that because you are helping a lot of people. And I'm very excited and happy, and I want to congratulate you for exposing the scammers out there. I hope that those videos do reach a lot of women in South Africa so that they can see before it happens to them that the man that's before them may be trying to scam them. So if you like this video, give it a like and also subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet, and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. I would also love to hear from you by commenting down below and tell me who inspired you to start your own YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and also share this video far and wide, especially anybody that is thinking of starting a new YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.